Hey guys, and welcome back to another Conan Exiles video. Today we're building a Sorcerer's Tower. To construct this build as seen, you'll need the Siptah, Numidian and Aquilonian DLCs, pieces from the AOS Chapter 1 Battle Pass and the No Stability Loss modifier, though you could quite easily adjust the build to not need the modifier. As always, feel free to screenshot the blueprint, and let's get started. So the idea behind this build is to create a sort of visual spectacle for a sorcerer, something that utilises the environment and is inaccessible outside of Sorcerer's means. I've previously built a Necromancer's Tower, which I enjoyed thoroughly, but I wanted to take a bit of a lighter approach. Less of the death and necromancy and more of a place for a powerful sorcerer regardless of intention. To represent this flexibility in intention, I went with a black and white colour scheme. I've played with this colour scheme before using Yamatai and Black Ice, but Aquilonian and Stormglass is just a much better version of that concept. And as an extra bonus, they both share gold accents, which works really nicely on the micro detail level. Another thing I did with this build was to try a few new architectural tricks in the construction to make the tower as arcane and ornate as possible. I firstly used the pillar trick to frame the lower levels and introduced a lot of exterior facade elements, such as side risers, overhanging roofs, and a decorative flourish on the top roof, which was placed onto a roof design that had been incorrectly clipped, therefore I could then place a circular top onto a square tower. On that roof I built a circular brazier-like design similar to the one I built in my recent Draw My Thing collab with a bunch of other content creators for Conan, including Whack, Firespark, Kyle on Fire, Barden and plenty others. If you haven't seen that video already, you definitely should. It's a ton of fun and everyone did really great builds for it. Probably the most difficult part of this build was working out how to lay out the interior. Due to the expansion on the first floor and reduction on the second, it made building staircases a pretty difficult task, alongside the fact it would really cramp up the available space. I also didn't want each floor to be basically identical in interior design, therefore I set up some interior spaces for workstations that segmented parts of each floor, and I also opted for a mix of elevators and ladders. Now, I'm not usually a fan of ladders in most builds, especially more ornate ones like this, but it works best for maximising the interior space and it is a compromise I'm willing to make. On the decoration side of things, I kept things suitably sorcerous, including tons of sorcery workstations, various sorcery related decorations, and of course I lit the build using a variety of torches to get a balance of warm, useful light, and also more decorative purples and blues in there as well. In closing, I'm pretty happy with this build. It turned out well, suits the design I was going for, and is only accessible either by flying in with a bat demon or by teleporting in using the transportory stone that will be placed on the roof. As this is indeed a speed build, I will leave you with the rest of the construction and then we'll take a cinematic fly-through of the completed and decorated Sorcerer's Tower. So with that, I hope you all enjoy the rest of the build, take care, and I'll see you soon.